Hello, my illuminescent, precious little ocean pearl. How you doing today? Good. I have something to show you. Again, this channel's slowly turning into a show and tell channel, but anyway, look at this. Look at that. Isn't that cool? It's a little sword, and I do use it in self-defense, so do not mess with me, okay? I go like this. You come up to me, you shove me, oh. And this doesn't seem that frightening, right? But I do this, and you get distracted. Meanwhile, I'm about to hit you with this. Right? You just gotta pull out your... I just wanted to show you my swords. This one's pretty cool. I got it from a dead guy's house. I didn't do it. It was for auction. It was like a guy's... I'm not... You know what? Let's just leave it in. Tracked down and confronted Lyft driver that stole my AirPods. This is awesome. I like this a lot. This makes me very uncomfortable. I do not like confrontation, but I like reading it. I was visiting some friends in another city, and I dropped my AirPods in the back of the Lyft, leaving a bar. Realized the next morning, sent the guy a lost item report. He claims he doesn't have them. He's got it. I go back home and forget about it until about a day later. I see in my Find My that they were being charged and actively used. What if somebody else took them though, out of the Uber, you know? I see them moving all around the city as a driver would. Oh, all right, we love a Sherlock Holmes. Now, I'm not usually a spiteful person, but that was brazen theft. Unlucky for him, I had some free time. We love somebody with free time and free will. We love the exercising of that. And 2 weekends later, I tracked him down in a car with those same friends. That's the kind of shit I would do with friends if I had any. And if I went out, which I don't have either, but I don't do either. Find My led us to a Chuck E. Cheese, and we found his car in the lot. I explained the situation to the security guard and showed him a picture of the Lyft driver. Security guard led us right to him and asked him, "Are you blank?" To which he nervously responded, "Yes." I just bluntly said, "You stole my AirPods, motherfucker." His family had to all leave the Chuck E. Cheese to his car parked in the lot, and I got to watch him awkwardly put them back in the case and hand them to me. I felt bad, but come on, doing that is insane. Why would you feel bad? You just brought justice. Good on you. This is good vigilantism, you know? Is it even vigilantism? I guess it is, because you're getting some sort of revenge in a way, but it's also justice. And it's legal, which is what we like on this channel. I like this. No notes. I think that was perfectly handled. And what a fun weekend. I want friends that have stolen stuff that we need to find it. Anybody need that? Anybody need somebody to help? Hit me up, all right? First comment says, "That's straight up justice," and I'm here for it. Bravo. Yes, sir. Even better, right in front of his family. That's one hell of a way to shame him. I hope his wife loses it on him later. Gosh, can you imagine that being your dad, though? Your dad's the guy that, like, steals people's AirPods and, like, doesn't own up to it. Like, it's one thing. No, see, even if you forgot them in the car, you should do the right thing and be like, "Hey, there's still AirPods in my car," you know? Although, would you know whose AirPods was it? If you, like, picked up a bunch of people, then I guess you would have to ask, but then somebody could lie. It'd be hard to return, maybe. But still, you asked and you reported and he didn't own up to it. He's an asshole. Okay, this isn't even that same thread. Let's move on. All right, next up, dickish kid doesn't give up train seat, so I make him. I love the usage of that word. Let's get into it. So I, 22 male, had to take the metro to go somewhere today, and it was pretty full, but I noticed there was a teenager, 16 male, taking up 5 spaces with his bag and him laying down, and he was playing music loudly with his phone. Bit ignorant, but okay. I politely asked him to move his bag so I could sit, and he rolled his eyes, smirked, and said, "Nah, I don't think so, man. Where's your mom, son? Where's your mom? Let me talk to her." Not that I'd do anything to her mom. I'd just tell her that her son's acting absolutely crazy. This annoyed me greatly, and if it weren't for his tone and the music, I probably wouldn't have escalated harder, but I just grabbed his bag, felt the weight to check for electronics, and then threw it somewhere further along the train.
"Oh, I don't think you can do that. I don't think you're allowed to do that. But I don't care because it's not me, so let's just say whatever, all right?"
Of course, he instantly got mad and asked me what the I was doing and that I better go get his bag. Then I told him he could either fight me or go get his bag himself. Unfortunately, I'm 90 kilograms. I don't know what that means. I'm not doing the math. And pretty strong, and he was some lanky teenager. I don't think he expected that, but after 5 seconds, he went to get his bag. I took the space and invited other standing begging people to sit down. He came back to no space and started yelling at us. I reminded him again that the only way I would move were if he would start a fight with me. Oh no, see, this is...
I don't know about that.
Again, he seemed to consider, but ended up storming away eventually. I get that I'm kind of a bully in this situation, but man, some people just need to learn that the world doesn't cater to them. Yeah, he did seem like a kid that just thought the world revolved around him, that he was the main character. Nay, you were, sir. My goodness, he was just an NPC in your life, and you made that known. Do I think that's good? This scares me. This whole situation scares me. I would never be in this situation. I wouldn't be laying on the seats, and I wouldn't be confronting anyone because I'm scared of most things. But on the outside looking in, love it. I also like that you felt for electronics. I think that was very nice of you. And it probably saved you from having to like pay for something you broke or like damage your property, you know? So that was smart, at least. First comment says, you got rid of an entitled brat taking up 5 seats on a train. Some heroes don't wear capes. Yeah. I'm well over 250 pounds. I would have just sat on him. I wouldn't be above farting on him either. That's some big brother shit. I would stay away from confrontation. I mean, this guy seems like a big guy, could probably handle himself and stuff, but you never know what people like could have on them, you know? That's all I'm saying. Anyway, next, the elite got a taste of their own medicine. Oh, I feel like this is gonna be good. Back in 2018, I married my now ex-husband. He came from money and grew up in the upper class. He never lacked anything. I'm the complete opposite. Grew up extremely poor and learned very early on that you have to work hard and have your own back. We met at his uncle's restaurant where I was a server. He came in one day to eat. I was his server. He asked for my number and we hit it off, or so I thought. After we got married, his true colors were quick to follow. A complete narcissist, actually diagnosed. Oh. This is gonna be good. All right, the story takes place when I meet his sister and her boyfriend for the first time. We pick them up from the airport, and as he introduces us, she eagerly says, oh my god, she's totally Jordan's. Her BF agrees, and my husband chuckles. I'm like, what is Jordan's? Yeah, I don't understand what's going on, I'm not following. And my husband tells me that it means I have great style. I thank her for the compliment and think nothing of it. Throughout their visit, they start calling me Jordan's, and I accept it as a cute nickname. Like, great, they like me. That was until one night we decided to all get drunk. Oh, what's the saying about drunk words are true words or something about drunk people telling the truth, or I have no idea. But anyway, we popped open some wine and we drank more and more. They started commenting on how shitty and cheap my wine was. Okay. I kind of shook it off as they decided to play stupid drinking games. Truth or Dare was one of them. My husband's sister dared him to tell me what Jordan was. They are all laughing like chickens and totally drunk. He says, Jordan's is the name we give homeless people who have swag. That deserved a frog blank. All right, I'm completely dumbfounded as they all burst out into more laughter. I was not as drunk as everyone else and just sat there trying not to cry. Fast forward to the next day, I asked my hungover husband what the fuck was their problem. He had completely removed the fact that he had told me. He started saying, it's just a joke, don't take it seriously. I didn't let it go and kept pressuring the matter. He finally told me, I may have told them about your upbringing and how you are not like us, just to prepare them.
Prepare them for what? Huh? What?
They don't have a peanut allergy and you're not a peanut butter sandwich. What are you preparing them for? Did that even make sense what I just said? I don't think it did. That's fine. Leave it in. I was in complete shock. To prepare them for me, I could not believe what I was hearing. I spent the next few days to myself making excuses, staying busy. My husband had bought an expensive bottle of tequila that we were supposed to drink the night before they left. The day before the last, they went on a hike, which I excused myself from. Time for a little payback, motherfuckers. I forgot this was petty revenge for a minute. Get it. Let's test your elite palates. Okay, this is what I was gonna say before. Sorry, I keep going on tangents. I feel like if you put cheap wine and expensive wine and put it into a glass and don't show them the labels, they can't tell the difference. I don't think people can tell the difference unless you literally are a sommelier or something. So I think I know where this is going and I love it. All right, I videotaped myself swapping out the expensive bottle of tequila for Sawzall Gold. I don't know what that means, but okay, cheaper tequila, I'm assuming. In the video, I sit back and enjoy shots of tequila talking about my upbringing, the love and closeness I share with my family, and how fortunate I was to have grown up not becoming a disgusting piece of shit snob like the family I married into. I mean, I went off. I got drunk and went to bed by the time they got back. So I didn't have to engage. And they didn't know I was drunk off $200 worth of tequila. The last night I watched these idiots sip the tequila like wine and comment on how distinguished and delicate it was. They mentioned you could taste the quality. Oh, fantastic. I'm sitting there enjoying every word that came out of their mouths. And then I get up, connect my phone to the TV and say, I put something together for you guys to say thank you for your visit. I hit play and watched as they started to understand what just happened and what they were drinking. Oh, I wish you shit in it. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Piss would have been better, would have mixed in a little bit better. Anyway, satisfied, I started gathering shot glasses off the table while the echo of total silence hit the walls. They said nothing to me. I went to bed only to have my husband wake me up in outrage, telling me his sister was crying because I humiliated them. I just say, yeah, sucks, doesn't it? They left the next day and never spoke to me again. Even when we visited their parents, they all live in Europe, she refused to come see us. Safe to say, I'm happily divorced. Okay, I was hoping Thank you for that whole thing and the closure, because I needed to know you divorced this man. Thank you for your service. Thank you for doing that. That was like, I could never. If people said this about me and called me Jordan's, I'd be like, eating Ben & Jerry's ice cream, and I would probably divorce him, but I could not do all this, so I really appreciate people that have a backbone like this woman. Amazing. Ooh, I feel satiated, not just because I ate a chicken sandwich, okay? But I want a little bit more. Okay, we're gonna have some dessert. We're gonna read one more. All right. Revenge against the couple who stole our spot on vacation. It says out spot, but I'm assuming it's our. All right. Wife and I were on vacation at a Caribbean resort. Pirates of the Caribbean f***ed me up. It wasn't very crowded. We picked out a couple of nice loungers and spent most of the week there with no issues. Another couple showed up a few days before we were scheduled to leave. Wife caught them looking at us a few times over a couple of days. Our last morning, they put their shit on our loungers before we got there, then didn't show up until noon. Ooh, bad etiquette. I've never been to a resort, but I feel like that's bad etiquette. The spot was nice because it was in the shade when it got hot and it was close to the bar. We found another spot. Later, after they arrived and we saw who it was, my wife said they stole our spot on purpose. Confirmed when my wife was in the water and saw them walk by me in our new, less awesome spot. They looked at me and started laughing. We were leaving the next day. We went down very early, spread fresh towels on the loungers, put fresh folded towels down, and left our leftover suntan lotion and our inflatable floats on the loungers. Hope they spent all day waiting to see who stole their spot. That's easy. I would do this because it doesn't involve confrontation. I still probably wouldn't do it. No, I wouldn't do it. I wish I was cool. I wish I was cooler like this where I could get revenge. I have a conscience that's like, it gnaws on me like a baby on its first piece of steak. You know, you ever see babies eat their first piece of steak? We should read one more. That was really short. Let's read one more. I need an extra slice of pie. You know what I mean? I feel crazy today. Upstairs neighbor was loud, so I had to be louder. Love these. All right. A few years ago, I had an upstairs neighbor at an apartment complex I was living in. Every night he would play loud music. I don't understand these people. Why are people like this? I had work early in the morning, so I would have to go to bed early. A few times I spoke to him and asked him if he could turn it down a bit, and he would always say, no, I live here too. I tried earplugs, but the noise still kept me up. All right. Ignorant prick. Got it. So I decided to make my own kind of noise. So in the morning, when I woke up for work, I would drop things on the hardwood floors that we had. And if the sound wasn't loud enough, I would have thrown them on the floor. Oh my God. I just picture this guy just like throwing everything on the floor in his house. Like lamps, water bottles, kids, I don't know. And when I left to go to work, I would slam the door so hard that I thought the door would come off the hinges. Oh my God. I hope you're like the only downstairs neighbor. Like it's not like you don't have someone under you, but that poor person under you. And then it just has this domino effect where everybody's just making obnoxious noise through every single floor. You got an opera singer on the next one, and then you got like a fucking somebody lights up the place on the bottom one. See, that's why you gotta be careful. Gotta be careful with revenge, because somebody is gonna be unhinged in that apartment complex. All right. After a few days, he came to me and asked why I was so loud in the morning. I said it's because I got terrible night's sleep and I was so tired that I kept dropping things. He said he would turn down the music at night, and I never had problems with him again. Edit, I live in the United States. The first floor is the ground floor. There was nobody below me. Okay. See? We have a considerate revenger here. That's great. That's great. That's fantastic. Fantastic. Again, I feel like I wouldn't make noise, because then I feel like the person upstairs would just get louder and louder, and then it would just be this noise war that I wouldn't want. You know, what would I do? I feel like I would break into his apartment and then just like move some stuff around, not take anything. And then every day he comes home from work, he's just gonna like get psychologically messed up. I know I've said this before, but that is kind of my dream to somebody that deserves it. You know, I don't think this guy deserves it. Also, breaking and entering is illegal. I'm joking, by the way. I would never do that. Anyway, I think I should talk to a lawyer. Just kidding. I'm joking. I'm just joking. I'm joking. Anyway, stay safe out there and get revenge, but in legal, fun ways that doesn't hurt anybody unless they deserve it.